Today, I took each Inside Out character and swapped them into the other emotions. For example, here's the character Joy as the emotion anger, sadness, disgust, and fear. I will be ranking each character from 1 to 10 to see which character will make the best emotion. First, we're going to start with the emotion sadness. Okay, Craig, turn the character disgust into the emotion sadness. This looks sad. It definitely looks like a crying child. You can tell that it's sad. You can tell that disgust is not disgusted anymore. She's just depressed. And it shows on her face. I can definitely see that this is still disgust, but like now she has all the traits of like sadness. So like the blue hair and like the blue skin and the tears. You could tell that she's just like sad. It still kind of looks like disgust. On a scale from 1 to 10, I think this is actually pretty good, and I think Craig did a pretty good job, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now, Craig, can you turn the character fear into the emotion sadness? Okay guys, so this is definitely sad. The first thing I really noticed was he has no hair anymore. So maybe the reason he's sad is because he lost all his hair. I mean, I would be sad if I lost all my hair too, so that's understandable. He definitely looks sad because he's blue and he's frowning, and you know, that's not usually something you see on a happy person, so. Also, he still kind of looks like the character Fear because of his long nose and his slender build. I mean, I can definitely still see him as the character Fear, but in sad form. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 6 because it's kind of bland. But I mean, Craig did a decent job turning the character Fear into sadness. Now, Craig, can you turn the character Anger into the emotion sadness? This definitely looks like the character Anger, but the first thing I noticed was he now has a nose. So maybe his sadness caused him to grow a nose. He definitely looks sad. You don't look at that and think, wow, he's so happy. He's sad. But he also still looks like Anger because he's squat and he's shaped like a brick. He looks like he hasn't slept in a couple of weeks. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this, honestly, I'm gonna give this an 8 because it does look like the character Anger turned sad. You did good, Craig. And now, Craig, can you turn the character Joy into the emotion sadness? This is the character Joy turned into sad. That's like complete opposites. The first thing I really noticed is her surroundings. Like, why is there so much buttons? Also, she definitely looks sad. She's crying her eyes out. That's so sad. Also, she still looks like Joy because of the green dress she's wearing and her hair. She still looks like Joy. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a 7.5 because I don't think it was as good as Anger. So Anger won with an 8 out of 10, so he would have made the best sadness. Next, we're gonna do the emotion disgust, starting with the character sadness. Okay, Craig, turn the character sadness into the emotion disgust. This is apparently what sadness would look like as the emotion disgust. What I'm thinking right now is that she looks like sadness. It kind of honestly just looks like she is sad and then she just turned green. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a 4 because it's not my favorite. I mean, it's just sadness turned green. Now, Craig, can you turn the character Fear into the emotion disgust? Okay guys, this kind of shocks me because this guy has a lot more hair than he's supposed to. He kind of looks like he is disgusted because he was washing the dishes and some soggy food fell on his hand. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? That's how I react sometimes. Disgusted? Yes, he does look disgusted. I mean, he's green all over. And so on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. That's pretty good. Now, Craig, can you turn the character Anger into the emotion disgust? This guy has no nose. Again, I don't really see disgust. He looks really good. Like, it looks like he's like just the boy version of disgust, but he doesn't look disgusted, he just looks angry. It's just like Anger with like green skin and green hair. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it like a 3. I think it looks really good, but it doesn't really look disgusted. It just looks like a green Anger. Now, Craig, can you turn the character Joy into the emotion disgust? This one definitely looks disgusted. She looks like disgust and joy, like at the same time. So I think in that, it looks really good. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I think I'm gonna give this a 7 because it looks really good. Like it looks like Joy, but she also looks green and really disgusted. Okay, so Joy took the lead on that one with the 7 out of 10, so I guess she would make the best disgust emotion. Okay, now moving on to the emotion fear. Let's start with the character disgust. Okay, Craig, can you turn the character disgust into the emotion fear? Okay guys, I think this one looks really good because she definitely looks really scared. This looks like the character disgust was turned into the emotion fear, like a lot. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. It's really good. Now, Craig, can you turn the character sadness into the emotion fear? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that caught my eye was the hands. On one hand, she has 3 fingers. On the other, she has like 4 or something. I don't even know what to think about that. Honestly, this actually looks really good. Like, sadness looked like she's scared to death. I think this one looks really good, but I don't think it's as good as disgust. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now, Craig, can you turn the character anger into the emotion fear? I think this one looks really good. Like, I feel like this looks like both fear and anger. They're the exact same person. It has a squatness of anger, like really short and stuff like that in the face and stuff. It looks like fear. Like, you would see this face on fear. This one's really good. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Okay, Craig, can you turn the character joy into the emotion fear? This one is honestly not as good as the other ones. It does look like fear and it does look like joy, but it doesn't look as good as the other ones do. So from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 4. Okay, so for the emotion fear, anger took the lead with an 8 out of 10. So I guess he would make the best fear. Now let's do the emotion anger, starting with the character disgust. Craig, can you turn the character disgust into the emotion anger? It looks like anger and it also looks like disgust. So she's red and everything. I think it looks pretty good. It looks like the emotion anger is portrayed very well. So I'm gonna give it a 6 because it's good, but not that good. Okay, Craig, can you turn the character sadness into the emotion anger? Honestly, it looks like when your mom is mad at you and she kind of just stands there and looks at you like this. It's kind of like, I'm disappointed in you. It kind of is giving off that vibe. You can see the red, the glasses, you can definitely tell it's still the character sadness, but she's angry now. I honestly think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I just really like this one. Okay, Craig, can you turn the character fear into the emotion anger? This one portrays anger very well because of the fire hair, because that's what anger has, and he looks angry, he's red, but it also kind of does look like fear because of the nose and the eyes, like, but he looks angry, you know? On a scale from 1 to 10, it's not as great as the other ones, but it does still look angry, so I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now, Craig, can you make the character joy into the emotion anger? She does look angry. She looks like she's about to like blow up or something. I could still see the character Joy, but she's very angry in this photo, which is good. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 6 because it's not as great as the other ones, but it's still pretty good. So for the emotion anger, sadness took the lead with an 8 out of 10, and so apparently she would be the best anger. Okay, for the final emotion, we're going to be doing the emotion joy, starting with the character disgust. Okay, Craig, turn the character disgust into the emotion joy. Okay guys, this one might be the winner because it looks really good. It still looks like disgust, but as the emotion joy. Like the gold skin, the blue hair, the green dress, literally everything that Joy is, and then it still looks like disgust. Like that's pretty good. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 because it's really good. Okay Craig, turn the character sadness into the emotion joy. It's not the best. It's not my favorite. It kind of just looks like a happy person. It doesn't really look like a happy sadness, you know? She's too tall to be the character sadness. She looks too childish, you know? So from a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 5, because it's not my favorite. Okay, Craig, can you turn the character fear into the emotion joy? This doesn't really look like fear, so it kind of just looks like a yellow man. He's not thin enough, and his nose is not right. His head's a little too big. He's not tall enough. Like, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 4, because it's not great. Okay, Craig, for the final one, can you turn the character anger into the emotion joy? He doesn't look too happy. He kind of looks like a weird, I'm happily doing something angry. And also, his tie is going into his belt. That's kind of annoying. It has the color scheme of the emotion joy, but he doesn't really look too happy. Maybe that's a fake smile. It kind of looks like one. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this one a 7 because it's not the greatest. Okay, so for the emotion joy, Disgust took the lead with an 8.5 out of 10, and apparently she would be the best joy.